Welcome back to Shaving Down Under. I'm Doug. It's a Monday morning, and as usual, I'm running late. So, what we're going to do today is revisit a shaving soap. It's one of my favourites. It's like I've got a fairly large group of favourites, but this one is right up in the pointy end of that group. And it's you can't buy it anymore. It's all sold out. It was limited release. And it's from the Zoologist range, and I think it's pronounced macaque or macaque, or I don't know. But anyway, it smells magnificent. Yeah, I just love it. It's like a woody, sweet scent. So it's got some woods in there, got some mandarin and juniper, and amongst other things, and down the bottom there's a bit of sandalwood as well. So I'm using this because my partner graciously bought this for me for Christmas amongst some gifts, and I'm pretty stoked. So I'll be using that today. And because we got sandalwood in the base of the scent, well, you don't need much of an excuse to be wearing this, trust me. Absolutely wonderful aftershave balm. And we're going to keep with the English theme and English aristocrat. So this has got the flat base plate, and it's the solid handle. So this is from around 1948 to 1950-ish, I think these were made. Before then, the handle was hollow with the base plate for the flat base plate, and then from around 52 onwards, they had the diamond base plate. And we're going to keep rolling with this bad boy. Cool. I shall prepare, and we'll get this shave on the road. Just a wonderful lathering soap. I'm just using this is the first brush I ever bought. I think it's pronounced Wahl, W-A-H-L. It's just a generic brush. You can see by that barrel handle. I think there's another company, Jag, that have the same ones, and there's quite a few companies that rebrand this brush. About $50 from memory, but a decent little badger brush for your first time around. I can smell this soap on my face. It's just beautiful. And away we go. I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers that have come onto my channel, and obviously a big thank you to Mark from Friendship Shaving for sending them my way and highlighting my channel. And as Mark said in his video, if you enjoy vintage stuff, mainly vintage Gillette, but there's other stuff coming in, then hopefully you'll enjoy my channel. And just a reminder, on Wednesdays I have an unboxing where I unbox all sorts of razors and blade dispensers and soaps, all that sort of stuff, brushes. This is really a wonderful razor. Not aggressive, but not real mild. Just a little bit more blade than a tech razor from the time, but not much more. So they're rhodium or rhodium plated. These usually hold their condition. Like, you do see them a bit rough and ready, but in general, these are still in decent condition when they hit the bay. Probably the best plating that Gillette did on either side of the Atlantic. I know there's a panda zoologist on the bay, or was. I imagine it's still there. It's a perfume and the soap. And I know the seller is asking for a lot of money, but if you really want a decent soap, if you see him on there, hit him up with an offer. It's been up for a long time. Sooner or later, the seller wants a sale. So as you all know, I zipped off to Kingston on Friday night. Today I'm going to be hitting up the sales agent, make an offer on 2 blocks of land. So the deal is we're going to be turning our superannuation money over into a self-managed fund. And that way, the rules with that is you can use the money to buy a house, for example, but it can only be used as an investment, so you can't buy it and move into it. So we've decided, well, the missus actually, she had the brainwave. Decided to buy both blocks, hold on to them for a minimum of 5 years, and then sell one, and use the money from that to build the house we really want on the other block, and then maybe B&B it for a little while, or sell where we live now, and hopefully there's enough equity in that it can buy out the super fund ourselves so we can move down there. So that's the rough plan. So if we pull it off, it is the classic sea change. Hadn't actually thought about that till just then. But really, that's what it would be. It is a sea change. Should we talk cricket at all? Maybe. Maybe not. Let me just wash off and I'll think about it. We will touch on the cricket. I think, without doubt, the way England collapsed in that second innings down in Hobart, I'd say they'd moved their departure tickets forward. And it's just like, let's just throw the wickets away, get out of here a day earlier, let's get back home. How else can you explain that? And let's face it, they're not the only team that's done it. Like, how many cricket teams in that situation on a tour, they got nothing to win, they've been humiliated, let's just get out of here. Can't blame them, really. So the interesting thing about this sea change is that if we were to do this in the suburbs here in Adelaide, and you got to remember, Adelaide's a cheaper city to live in than most, or anything on the eastern seaboard, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, maybe Perth. But we're a lot cheaper. And to move down to the suburb, to the beachfront in the suburbs, you're looking at an easy million. You know, £500. And that's just the base entry. And the thing me and the missus have noticed in recent years is we've been down to the beach for something to do along the suburban coastline. And during summer, it cannot be a pleasant experience to live in. It cannot. The traffic is just saturated. There's just people everywhere. You just literally, you'd have to lock yourself inside the house for any privacy. It'd be tons of noise. Is it worth it? I don't think so. Like, you're giving up a lot of the city and suburb luxuries, like lots of good restaurants, cafes, things like that. Kingston, there's 2 pubs, nice pubs, food wise, bit ordinary, bit bland. There's a Chinese restaurant, there's a couple of fish and chip shops we know of. I've been to one, that was pretty ordinary. The seafood in it was good, chips were ordinary. Fish and chips, it's all about the chips, isn't it? But apparently there's a chip shop there that, and I think it's the one we haven't been to, that's highly regarded. It's bakeries. I'm not a real bakery person. Like, I love a cake. A bakery is good if you just want a pie, a can of Coke, or a coffee and a cake. The unfortunate thing for a lot of country towns, I reckon, is it's hard for places to get competition. And so a bit of mediocrity wins the day. Like, I was at a bakery, not last weekend, the weekend before that, down there. The most blandest bacon and eggs on toast. Like, it was bland. How do you do that? Someone talk to me in the comments section. How do you do bland bacon and eggs? Now, using the cheapest white toast you can buy, it's flavourless, textureless. It was just amazing. Anyway, I'll wash up. Rightio. So, beautiful shave as usual. No nicks. Don't you love that? That's the combination of this blade, and trust me, just keep your eye on the eBay or your local antique shops and things, auction houses. If you can get anything from Wilkinson Sword around 1970, from around 1970, 75-ish, and I believe this is where they're from the research I did. Just a magnificent blade, and just BBS, smooth, no nicks. What more can you ask? Go with this, and I love this stuff. I love it. Not cheap, but well worth it. 2 squeezes, hopefully that's enough. Done a little bit more. So thank you for tuning in. Once again, thanks to Mark from Friendship Shaving. Mark has a magnificent channel, always informative, always entertaining. And if you're not subscribing to him, you got to. You need to sub to him. He's a good fella. Rightio, I've got to start my day. I don't want to. There's new news on the sale of the shop. It's slowing down. Don't want to talk about it just yet, but I will at some stage. Unboxing on Wednesday, and going away again I'll work it out what I'm going to do for the shave. Leave it with me. I've got this really fantastic, expensive soap, aftershave and perfume. And I've got to do it, and I'll give you a hint, it's Creed. I got a bit lucky with the soap. The rest, oh yeah, it was Black Friday sales. I got quite a bit knocked off everything that I bought, so that was a good thing. I'll try and do that one this week, because I'm itching to get into it. Cool, people. Thanks for sticking around. Please hit the like button. It really helps with the algorithm, apparently. The mystery of YouTube. And if you're first time watching the channel, or just been sitting back checking me out from time to time, but you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you know when all my videos come up. Okay, people, take care. Enjoy your week. I hope it's a prosperous one for you all. Cheers and ciao for now.